potentially killing you early on, because Rubik doesn't want to go telekinesis level 1. And I feel like you need to be pulling that second wave as quickly as possible.
Oh, here we go. Back underway for our first game of the Spring Tour. And I mean, you were just mentioning the boots before as well. I don't particularly mind if Killer doesn't go to start, but I think you need your support to go boots in, because then Aaron can fulfill that role of pulling. But at least at the moment, they feel like they can maybe man fight this lane. They've got a bunch of stats between the Rubik and the Centaur, so
could be going for first blood as well with this triple stun potentially. Yeah, probably double stun.
See the 4-man already from Poke. No one's going to be able to scout out. Oh, will they guess? Smoke does pop. Maybe they might drop a sentry.
They might have a quick look at the inventory and just see, right, who has the observer wards right now, because you're not going to give both to mid, right? So if one's gone, they're going to ping out the fact that that's warded. Let's stay away from there for now. We know that they're roaming around to fight. This is really good play. There we go. Look at it. Look at Jumi. He's like, yoink, I'll be taking that, but he's got to be quick. He is. It probably gives away the fact that he's got it warded, though, and yeah, we can see that instantly the counter ward happens. So, I mean, I would say as an Undying, getting that solo experience is pretty important relative to splitting it 4 ways and avoiding the gank. So that's a win in my eyes for Cactus.
The battle begins.
Looks like they should be able to secure both the bounty runes as well up top. So we're going to have a double split here. There's some nice early damage, though, from Poke. Got that hoof stomp along with the Fade Bolt. Yuumi already down to a pretty low health pool. So I wonder if this is what they can look to play off the back of Poke. I mean, they will have... Centaur and Rubik has a very, very strong level 2 timing with that nuke out of the Fade Bolt and double edge being in the arsenal. So do you feel like that's something that maybe Cactus have to be concerned about?
I think they're going to be concerned about it for sure, but I think they're just going to try and get the Rubik-Centaur combination low enough that they're not actually scared about that, where they might be able to make some sort of a turnaround happen or make them too scared to go for that kill attempt. I'm a little surprised as well that Summer went for the magic stick at the start instead of the Orb of Venom. We can see he's got it queued up now, but if this is the lane, then, I mean, they could have essentially gotten a first blood at that very start, right? Like, Ursa was right on top of the Centaur. Oh, Aaron at least able to block up the small camp there on the bottom side.
9 tangos from Aaron. Regis.
He's going to be giving those over to Killer. As much, like, Killer's just like, let's try and live as much as possible, right?
Is this 33? Killer, 5 branches?
It's most stat effective item in the game, bro.
It's a lot of branches. That's a lot of branches, dude. Still only got 1 armor. 4 Centaur. 1 agi gain. Is a tough life. Off to a good start, at least early on in the lane, which is important. We'll see if that's going to be able to continue for them down bottom as we take a look at how our mid lane's shaping up with small KK on the Tiny versus Butterfly effect on the Ember. Do we feel like this is...
Bottom lane? A little bit. I mean, Double Edge is coming up again.
All right, Summer trying to cut his way through the tree line. He does have Yuumi looking to move on over back towards the lane. So it looks like with the Undying having his presence back down bottom, they might actually turn to the Undying instead, but they're okay. Some nice harassment early out from Poke. That's at level 2.
It is, but I mean, it really should be happening. Like, Jimmy walked back to place a sentry ward down next to the small camp, which was never blocked in the first place. Aaron just body blocked it. And with that time spent away, Summer gets gone on. They haven't made any use out of this Orb of Venom. They haven't gone for any kills despite the Ursa being level 2. So it just feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity for mine. Good play by Poke, though, to enable that.
Yes. Yeah, great start for them. As looks like Butterfly Effect is he's going for the
might get this kill.
Oh, back. All right, aggression continuing. Killer. First blood picked up for Yuumi, and now Aaron might be in some trouble as well. The Undying doesn't have mana to play with to continue to chase Aaron down. So happy about securing that first blood, though. This should be able to offset some of that early advantage that Dai was starting to pick up bottom.
It had to happen, right? Because he had just come out, run out of regen as well. So honestly, the fact that it's the Undying that gets the first blood isn't even that bad. It means that he's going to be able to pick up a lot of this regen for himself. He's got the boots coming out to him. It's going to enable him to go for that chase down style, which I like. And yeah, a couple more mangoes I'm expecting him to pick up as well.
Well, top lane Poke were able to find their first kill of the game as well. Beautifully done. Ranfu was able to leap away from that cookie combo. And they've got the creep wave in a great position here for the side of Poke. Next towards the tier 1 tower, you've got pretty much a full creep wave against the half of die. So Radiant, it's going to be a bit difficult for them to be able to reset the equilibrium to help the Mars out.
At least they're able to give the bottle over to Butterfly Effect, so gets a bit of a refill happening in mid lane. I'm assuming that Snapfire is going to stay for the next 5 or so seconds just to deny that water rune away from small KK. And then Butterfly Effect's going to get the bottom side. Even dragging the creeps away so that there's no potential for the Tiny to deny it, realizing how important it is, of course, for him to be able to get those last hits underneath the tower. So nice little plays coming through from Cactus here.
Keeping tabs down on this bottom lane, seeing if it's going to progress any different. Very cute use of the telekinesis from Aaron. Do you see that?
I didn't see exactly what happened, but I saw that it was literally mid-cast of the tombstone as well. So Aaron really just getting in there in the nick of time. And like I said, it's those split-second decisions that might be the difference maker.
Very impressive. Telekinesis that creep. To get the stun onto the Undying, and then the Centaur was able to get the follow-up off stomp. So, I mean, this is kind of that nuke potential that we were bringing up bottom lane. I didn't think they'd get to this stage, but I mean, now that the Ursa's going to be trouble under the tower as well. Double Edge is back up. Summer plays with some stick charges, but it's not enough health to repair the damage as Poke. They've got 3 kills down at this bottom lane. They are off to a great start in a lane that we were very hesitant about.
Really shouldn't be happening, right? Like, this is unexpected to the extreme. I guess the Undying just didn't have the TP because he recently made that teleport back after buying the boots, getting the first blood. So, yeah, really good recognition there by Poke to be able to punish it accordingly.
Mid lane, small KK should be killed off here. Butterfly Effect. You continue the chase down. Combo's actually going to hold him back, so looks like Tiny's going to be okay for the moment. Even the Undying looking to swing on over to maybe get that clean up.
He's going to back up in time. Jumi, I'm assuming he's going to stick around for a little bit. Oh, no, he's placed down the ward, right? So you're going to know where the power runes are spawning, so I don't think Snapfire needs to be here either. Oh, that sentry is just out of range of the observer ward on the left side of the river, I think. Unfortunate. Oh, DD. And he's got the Orb of Corrosion as well. Yeah, this is a big spike for Butterfly Effect. Although, I mean, he's only got Orb of Corrosion. There's no boots. There's no even beginning towards the other phase there.
See if Aaron's going to be in some trouble. Yeah, they should be able to get the kill. A lot of damage coming out from the combo, and it's going to be Butterfly Effect that is rewarded for it. So, I mean, we already see that Cactus are doing their best to enable the Ember. This is multiple times now that the supports have looked to rotate mid to help secure these runes.
Small KK is very deep here.
He's got the grow, though. I mean, with that level 6 coming out.
Oh, the arrow!
Arrow's going to connect, but the Tiny's already used the combo, so won't be any more damage follow-up from him. But with that bonus grow armor, we see Butterfly Effect isn't able to do as much damage now as what he was prior.
They are really, we were talking about it before, right? This Ember, Butterfly Effect has the potential to be your game winner. And, well, they're banking on it for sure. Giving him over a tango, even though he goes back to the base, picks up the boots of speed. But they just know that with how well this Centaur has done in the lane, that Jumi's got to get back down here ASAP. At least Summer's level 6 now, so they don't have that potential to go for the kill. He's going to have the Enrage to be able to block up a lot of that damage. And he's got the Ring of Health as well, so things looking a little better for them. They might even look to go for a kill once this Boots of Speed gets delivered on the Courier as well, so look out for that in the next 15 or so seconds.
And meanwhile, the counterpart with Lonfero up top here with the Troll Wall atop of the net worth, so he is off to an incredible start. He's got one component of the
just
Battle Fury with the Ring of Health. Just troll things. As we kind of brought up in the draft, actually. Hold that thought in the river, small KK. It's going to be in some trouble with the Tombstone. Lay it down. The supports are starting to move over. He gets the kill before he's going to be sent to the grave. So at least he's happy about that, getting some golden experience. But now, the supports might be in some trouble. His Butterfly Effect. Remnants on over the top. He's able to get the kill onto Ranfu with the help of the Snapfire. He's up to level 5 now.
He might go for a dive here onto Aaron. I mean, he's just got the Fire Remnant back up. He's popped the regen rune. Flame Guard's used. So I think with that, Aaron should look to back off. I mean, you can see he wants to like get a Fade Bolt off just to keep the wave pushed away from the tower. And well, it doesn't look like they'll be able to go for it anyway.
No.
Instead, bottom, maybe?
Summer's the target here, Stampede to close the distance, but the instant use of the Enrage, that's going to allow the TPs to come out and they can react now. Stampede used aggressively means that they won't be able to disengage,
nice
and with the cookie onto 2, the damage, it's not solely onto one member at the moment, so Poke, they're going to be able to reset their position and no one will go down.
That's a pretty good cookie so far, coming through from the Snapfire. One of them, of course, was into an arrow that ended up working out. Yeah, there we go, Butterfly Effect. He just is way too scary at this point of the game for either of the supports. Getting that solo kill in the mid lane, so got to be careful about spending too much time away here on small KK. He's in two minds as to whether to go back mid or try and continue making a play bottom. But
again, man.
Yeah.
You just mentioned in that cookie play onto Aaron, Killer was considering about looking to step in and provide some assistance, but so supports are able to get a kill themselves. Again, some much needed experience as well for these two members. Be really nice if Snapfire is going to be able to pick up that level 6 without even needing the tome.
Oh, for sure. We certainly weren't expecting the Ursa to be at the bottom of the net worth, though, at this stage of the game. That's for sure.
No, but we have seen like in the past couple of minutes he's recovering. Like his lane's going much better. Level 7, and he's actually getting aggressive onto Killer. Plenty of stacks up here with the Fury swipes. He should be able to close the distance thanks to the Orb of Venom slow. And well, Danok, his lane seems well and truly recovered now.
A little bit. I mean, he's still 600 gold behind. He's going to get this creep wave. He's going to be able to go back to the lane. But that's how I was expecting the whole lane to go, not just the 10-minute mark, right?
But now at least that he's found that levels and is a presence down bottom, and you can see the supports, they'll start to rotate. Yumi's gone to top, you've got Butterfly Factor as well, and a perfect timing. It's that catapult wave with the Meteor Hammer that TZY is gone for, so this tower's going to go down. It'll be the first one of the game.
Yeah, I wonder what Summer's mind is going to be like, right? Because he's not afraid of going up against this Centaur one-on-one. He's probably not afraid if the Mirana's there as well. It's really, where's the Rubik, where's the Tiny? Those are the two that are going to be able to set up to potentially get a kill onto him. So with Aaron showing on the bottom side of the map, he's just saying, you know what? It sucks to potentially give up this tower, but they've got kill threat with the Rubik there, with the telekinesis.
On mid lane, they're considering about small KK. Butterfly Effect with the double damage room was starting to pivot his attention over. He's got a 2-level advantage over the Tiny. Look at this, all 5 members.
Yeah.
This is a heavy commitment from Cactus, but with the arena layered down, there will be no escape for small KK, and they can look to transition this into their second tower.
It's important for any Ursa lineup to do this, right? Because Summer, he wants that Roshan, and he wants it ASAP. Is he even going to consider going for it now? I think he's possibly a little bit too early. He's still looking to go into that Battle Fury first and foremost. But yeah, you got to make sure that the next team fight that you win, you're able to transition straight into that one there. And it's enabled by this Observer Ward combo that was above the bottom tier 1 tower as well. So they knew that there were 3 heroes on Poke that weren't going to join this team fight.
Look at this play bottom lane, Cactus. They're going to be fast enough. They were starting to smoke bottom, but then they turned their attention back to top, so they'll be forced to TP down to try and keep TZY alive, but they're a little bit too late. So they'll get the kill onto the Mars, but Radiant, they're starting to move down. They've got the ultimate kisses.
Nothing to hold him in place, though, without that Mars.
Yeah, that's a concern. Kill was always ready with the Stampede. In fact, it's going to be ran through that will reset with the Moonlight. There is a sentry layered down in the lane, so Butterfly Effect, with the help of the Snapfire, is able to get the kill onto the Rubik. So that's that first kisses of the game.
Could be better, could be worse. I think it's just a little bit of nothing. But the big concern for mine is that you're letting this troll get way too far ahead. Like, he's a full, what is that now, 2 items ahead of the Ursa? So he's a lot closer to that Battle Fury than the Ursa is. And because of that, his net worth is going to grow exponentially faster than what Ursa's is.
And what a exceptional Battle Fury timing it's going to be for Lonfer. It's not a naked Battle Fury at all. You got the Wraith Band, Magic Sick, he's gone Phase Boots as well. So very early farming accelerant here for the troll.
They don't even need the Troll to be part of the lineup as well for them to be able to push any sort of towers. You've got TZY going for that Meteor Hammer build. Of course, anything that lasts over 2.5 seconds, you're always going to be able to land the stun combination on it, but it's also great for pushing towers as well. So that's a big reason behind why they were able to take top and mid so easily.
Now, do we feel like Cactus want to continue to try and play aggressively here with kind of the 5 heroes that they have, or are you looking just to make as much space as possible for Summer?
I think I want to see them playing between mid and top, right? Wherever they feel is going to enable them to win a fight. Nice use of the Stampede there to get the Rubik away. They don't want to lose out on any individual hero.
TZY. Toss into the middle, and now the Troll's actually going to look to get involved, but he's got to be cautious because early on, the control to hold him down inside the battle trance means that Lon Fur can just get no damage out. So there's your top of the net worth hero trying to get active, but it's a hefty consequence to pay, and now Dire, they might even lose more heroes as well. Smolka K is going to be okay with Aaron and act as that deterrent.
I'm a little surprised that he didn't continue to go for that dive there. Butterfly Effect still had all of his fire remnants available, maybe just respecting the damage that the Tiny's able to output. But I mean, they had the kisses up in 5 seconds. He could have potentially held him into place. Instead, I guess just wanting to enable the Ursa to continue farming, and if one of them died, that would have not happened. I don't know. That's a big deal, the Troll Warlord going down there. I mean, he had a very, very big net worth lead. Obviously, that takes away a bunch of the unreliable gold. It's time not spent farming with the Battle Fury, so bit of a mistake coming there from Poke, and, well, they're going to look to go for another attempt here, but I'm not exactly... I guess he's got the Blink Dagger up on Killer, so that plus the arrow, plus the Rubik combination. He's stolen the Flesh Golem, so I'm sure he's going to be hunting for something else. But look at Jumi, great positioning around the ward.
He's got some members playing behind him as well with a cookie. Can help reset his positioning, so the arrow is going to be off the mark. Now, Tiny did get his blink delivered, so they've got to be cautious about his location, but it just doesn't matter. Mortimer Kiss just rains down the damage for Quiet, and now with these 2 deaths, it might enable Cactus to look to try and get Roche.
I think it will indeed. Not quite level 10 on Snapfire, so it doesn't have the little shredder, but I mean, you've got an Ursa, and you also got no Flesh Golem on the Undying, but they're going to have plenty of damage to be able to take this one down. Dropping the Tombstone to help him out a little bit there.
Bottom lane, TZY is going to be in some trouble. Lonfer actually looking to use the Battle Trance. And
All right. Sure.
I was going to say, nice that Aaron stole Arena, and then, yeah, it drops to my bad. Unfortunately, it doesn't get too much out of it.
The prize is mine.
Aaron's normally used to fighting Titans within the walls, but not this time around. Sorry, that's an anime reference. I know you probably don't understand.
Yes, I zero idea what you said. But hey, at least some of the viewers might know. It's okay.
It's just one of the biggest animes currently. It's all right.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Guess I got to pick up my game. How dare I?
You do, really. Attack on Titan's a great anime, bro.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm nothing against it. I'm not saying it's not. Please don't come for me. Are you weebs out there? So it's a endearing weeb. It's okay. You guys are cool. No, they're not. What do you?
No. You just sound like a dad being like, I love your little hobby.
Yeah, it's a cool hobby. You know, you're just sitting by watching anime, eating food, playing games sometimes. I like the hobby. Killer. I thought he jumped on the Ember. Butterfly Effect, so chill.
Took a lot of damage from that Maelstrom though. The Fairies Trinket's really doing work too.
It's only going to continue as well with the game that he's had. 2-0 and 8 for Butterfly Effect. 10 kill involvement out of the 13. And I had a BKB queued up. He's actually going to change his mind for the Kaya here on the Ember.
Don't hate it. I mean, Rubik looking to try and get the most use out of the...
They're here though. TZY with his own counter arena. All holding every single member into place, and now they can look to get the cleanup. The Troll's going to try and activate the Battle Trance. He can stand toe-to-toe, but as soon as it expires, there's going to be nowhere for him to run. As Butterfly Effect, he'll turn back for the juicier member onto Poke. Gotta be cautious though, Killer with the jump in.
Fuzzy Wuzz is
There's just no
coming.
damage follow-up. Small KK is nowhere to be seen. They needed the Tiny for the cleanup, but without him there, it's gonna be Cactus that comes out on top.
Yeah, Ares love interest, Butterfly Effect is really taking over this game. I mean, he is involved in 14 out of the 17 kills. I mean, this is why you pick the man one of his favorite heroes. So I was thinking the Kaya as well, like, going up against this Troll Warlord, if he locks in onto someone, you can look to go down, like, it's kind of crazy, but an E-Blade route, just to be like, all right, well, we're just going to pop Ghost Scepter on someone, and then what is the Troll Warlord going to do? Probably not, to be honest, but, you know, I'm just theory crafting. Oh, he's got it queued. Let's go.
Was he? Oh, no. I hate
Thought I was arrogant
Small
before.
KK. Back live at the bottom outpost. They're trying to set up here for the Tiny. TZY is going to be able to get the combo, but do they have the damage with just these two members? Some of the Dire supports are close to potentially protect Small KK. It looks like they're going to back off here from that attempt on Cactus, maybe needing an extra member to bring him down.
So talk about how I was right again?
No, never. Well, it doesn't need to be brought up a second time.
I agree, it probably doesn't. My ego couldn't handle it.
It only happens rarely, so we'll let it. We'll say congratulations at once, and then that's it.
We'll forget about
Let
it
it go.
forever. I understand. I mean, it happens often enough, so we'll have another reason to congratulate me again soon.
Okay, that's not what I said, but that's okay. That's not what I said. You know, Summer's top of the net worth, Denog.
He is?
This is it's going to be a bit of a concern.
I don't think he's died. Yeah, he's just the one death, so of course he hasn't died after that point. His team's been doing a great job of making space for him, as well as probably a few, I like to call them unforced errors, right, that Poke have made, especially around the Troll Warlord joining into fights that he probably didn't have to, you know? They haven't used the Stampede in combination with the Troll Warlord yet. I feel like he really needed to play a more selfish game, at least until he gets into that BKB for himself. And then once that happens, then he can look to join these fights.
Well, I don't think any fight will be joined pretty shortly here from Poke. With this Stampede on cooldown, it's going to be very difficult for them to try and protect this tier 2 tower. What a great ability. Overpower on Aaron. Gotta be cautious, man. TZY is ready.
They'll see that that's where the hammer's coming from, though. I wonder if they're going to go for like a Blink Stomp here.
TZY? It's super awkward now. Oh, Tombstone. Oh, okay. Killer jumps out to the left. He's going to try and TP, but...
Okay, bro.
Very ambitious TP. So, Centaur goes down. T2 tower is going to follow as well. And with that being said, Dire, they're farming out of the map. Small KK is working towards his BKB. He got Lonfer as well, very close to his last component being the recipe. So, it's not the worst for Dire.
No, it's not. And I'm going to go into bat for Killer on his Centaur there, right? Because by doing that, he A, gets damage in onto the tower, B, you know where all of Cactus are, C, they use the Mortimer's Kisses and the Arena and the Flesh Golem as well to be able to get that kill, right? So that's a lot of abilities that now you're not going to be able to use to get in onto Small KK and Lonfer.
Yep.
So it gives them a ton of space. Lonfer's nearly got his level 18, he's nearly got his BKB. So not the worst, especially considering you know that Roshan, which is the big thing that Cactus are playing for, it's not going to be up for at least 2 minutes. So you're going to have time to be able to get into this next item.
So are we wanting them to fight at the moment with everything on cooldown, or you're just avoiding fights, get those items, and then take a big team fight when Roche is up?
Get those items. Like, again, they haven't used those couple of things in combination yet, and that's really what they need.
You have to be a bit worried about this ward placement. Radiant, a lot of vision for them to work with across the map. They're even going to drop the Tombstone as well.
I don't know if that's what you need to be on
back up. Lonfer is in some trouble. The BKB does just get delivered, so he's got the protection now to work with his Killer. He's going to turn off to the left side as well. They're going to try and target down with the Undying, but it will put Centaur in a compromised position. So 1-for-1 exchange, but the Troll, he goes down without even activating BKB, and now Small KK, he's caught out in the river as well as Cactus. They didn't even need the Mortimer Kisses. Arena came back up at a perfect timing, and they'll find a 3-for-1 exchange in a beautiful location to take that fight with their ward advantage.
Yeah, I mean, a few things just once again, not using the Stampede together with a lot of these other abilities. This is why I just avoids the arrow there. You also had the no ward up on the high ground, so you didn't exactly know when this this stun combination was coming for the Troll Warlord. Of course, you never want to pop the BKB too early, right? Otherwise, they're just going to be able to run away from you. But yeah, not able to pop the Battle Trance. He got chain stunned. It just doesn't feel like they're on the same page right now on Poke.
Which would you say is a bit of a concern, considering this is a team who's already stuck it out for a full tour, and then Cactus, I mean, this is a newly formed team.
I guess so. I mean, maybe it's just around their shot caller as opposed to their actual cohesion, right? Maybe it's a case of too many cooks in the kitchen where they're just like, everyone's saying something, and as a result of that, nothing happens. They're actually going to go for a smoke, but it's right before this creep wave hits the tower. So at least L'Enfer's there to be able to pick it up and not make this movement too obvious, or they're going to be able to get that quick kill. That's really important, right before Roche.
They might get more as well. Snapfire looks to jump in to protect the Undying, but without a doubt, he was going to be killed off regardless. So double kill for Dive. Look to be able to transition this.
Relatively short death timers.
Butterfly effect. He's looking for a bit of a style play onto Ranfu, but be able to blow
wasn't
him
in the
up.
pit at the time that Roshan respawned those, so neither team knows that it's up right now. Getting some very important vision down though is Ranfu. And they're actually looking to continue some pressure into this tier 2 tower. Really don't hate that, especially considering they'd used the glyph previously. So that's a tier 2 tower going down.
Okay.
One of them is going to move to take away the outpost, but again, really feels like top is the area that they want to be fighting right now.
Do they have any wards to place up top as well? Looks like Ranfu does have one at the moment. He's hopefully going to try and deward that Observer on the high ground as well. This is a vital ward for Radiant to play with this fight breaking out surely around the pit. And yeah, looks like Ranfu's going to get rid of it.
They didn't have any sentry of their own down, did they? No, but they obviously would have seen him walk up and place the obs. But Roche is up, and well, I was about to say the one with all the vision is Poke, but they actually got rid of the one that they had, and they know where their vision is as well. So TZY, as long as he's good with his pathing, he should know to step out beyond that tree. I think Butterfly Effect just did, though, so they know they're in the region.
This is huge, though. Summit just hit level 20, and he got Basher. So a gigantic spike in a pivotal team fight. We need a way to address the Ursa. Killer's going to try and jump in or land the combo with the 4-star Summer. He's okay. He's on the other side of the pit. He can turn to beat onto L'Enfer, but the damage isn't enough at the moment. Now with the Troll, he's starting to get the further stacks going. That's where the E-Blade's able to come into play, but it just sets up for the nuke. As the Ursa gets blown up, they're going to look to try and chain into another member. L'Enfer doesn't get connected to the wall, and no, he'll
straight into the pit.
Yeah, why not? All right, you put me here. I'm happy to go for the Roche. Gonna be cautious,
no battle trance, though.
But the battle trance on cooldown with a Mortar of Kisses just burns him away. And now this should be the opening that Cactus have been waiting for. There's nothing that Butterfly Effect needs to be worried about. Just dancing from one member to the next. That's all it is. Summer goes down, and Cactus, they'll reap the rewards of that second Roche.
I was really thinking like, oh man, what's Small KK doing? He's really just sitting back for the longest time, but we saw exactly what we were talking about, right? Troll Warlord locks in onto the Ursa with the Battle Trance used. E-Blade gets put out. Who's the hero that loves that the most? It's the Tiny. Avalanche toss combo onto the Ursa, takes him out of the fight, but by that point, they'd used everything. And yeah, Cactus able to pick the bones from the corpse.
And it feels like there's going to be more corpses as the game goes on as well. Now 6-0 and 15 for Butterfly Effect. Again, continued to have a stellar performance and is going to be working into the BKB. I actually thought he was going to go Scepter. He did have it queued up, considering he actually bought the Ag Shard for himself, but wanting a little bit of a magic immunity considering all the spells that are being channeled from Poke. But
gives over the shard to the Ursa as well.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
So you just have to tell the tale of this game. Again, Butterfly Effect, 21 out of 25 kills. Small KK, 4 out of 13. So
wow.
This really isn't what you were expecting from the tiny mid laner. Like, you're playing this with a Centaur, with a Mirana. Heroes that you can set up these, like, unreliable stuns for off the back of your Blink Dagger, and he just hasn't been able to do it. Like, of course, yes, he was able to kill the Ursa in that previous fight, but that was all you got out of it.
And with the Centaur as well, off the back of the laning stage, we saw Killer maybe like 10 minutes in. He was second in net worth behind that Troll. Had a great start. This is just item progression has not continued so far. Bottom of the net worth, out of all the cores, and
Who's he planning to have hitch a ride with him? The Troll? And just bring him around and battle tranced? I don't know. I'm not sure I see the point of this. Unless it's like hitching a ride of someone that's stuck to a Mars wall and then you drag them away. I don't know.
yeah, because they have a decent amount of AoE damage. I mean, if Mortimer Kisses is there, the Ember as well, but it will stop the Ursa from doing any damage to the person that is in the car.
Yeah, but
I don't think
know.
that's enough. I'm just, yeah, I don't think that warrants a 4200 item. Is TZY? Oh, they see Lonfer and, well, instant use of the BKB. It's just going to look to try and disengage. It will... the rest of the members, they've got to get out. It's small KK. He just stuck around for a little bit too long. He, too, is in a position where he has to use his own BKB to look to escape. But TZY, he's actually able to clip him. Maybe that God's Rebuke Slow is enough, but the Blink... just escapes. Oh my lord, that was so close. Meanwhile, for the right angle, Butterfly Effect. What's this man doing here? E-Blade to stop Lonfer from continuing to right-click. Butterfly Effect just is able to narrowly escape.
A just makes you do crazy things, man. And, you know, it was feeling unkillable. He's also got the BKB now picked up as well. I think he just sold his magic stick, so going to be able to go in even deep. You've still got 2 minutes left on that Aegis, and level 22.
Yeah, and what a ward to play with as well here from Radiant. This deep observer on the cliff down by Dire's triangle, and they should have an idea. Yeah, Aaron at least pings out one. You're probably going to put a sentry in a location that'll scout out the cliff and where he dropped the observer ward ping, so that looks like it doesn't even matter though. Tier 2 is going to go down. There'll be no contest.
Just going to throw that Meteor Hammer onto the high ground. Why not if you're TZY and then just walk on away? They're still playing around so much of their own vision though, right? It's not like they necessarily need to be on this bottom side of the map. Aaron's trying to push it in just using the Fade Bolt for a little bit of that ghost push, but that creep wave is still much, much stronger. And well, wisely enough, Cactus, they're sticking together. There's no real reason for them to continue splitting up. This is their timing right now. This is where their lineup feels strongest.
What? I don't know how they knew Tiny was there, but small KK again. Gonna have to BKB TP out. Obviously, they got a glimpse of this Tiny farming aggressively, and now they see Killer as well over their own triangle. So what can you blink on it, snap, and look to stampede out? So again, it seems like they're just in this position where they have to use their items and abilities defensively just to try and help them stall this game out.
So
he got the choreo. Okay.
From Lonfer, I really want to see him not buy this Basher. I want to see him go Nullifier right now because it's going to get rid of that E-Blade, it's going to get rid of the Ghost Scepter that the Snapfire is going for, it's going to get rid of the Overpower that you've got to be able to play around with the Ursa, so you're much more capable of man fighting. I just feel like it's got so many facets to benefit this lineup, and well, Basher just seems like a bit of a last month's news, basically. Still gets it though.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Last out of tower soon to be claimed. Summer. Got the refresher queued up as well here for the Ursa, so we're seeing Yaz being a little bit weak without BK being enraged sometimes, but into that refresher orb is going to give him double protection. They're going to look to smoke, just a cross smoke play here from Cactus. They're going to look to sweep over to their own triangle.
Scanning.
It's the first point of contact though. Lonfer inside the river.
Smoke didn't break, brothers. So they end up giving away their position.
And now Spear's on cooldown as well for TZY. He's going to be a bit cautious here. Lonfer's going to try and turn to hit him from the back. Unable to do so. Now Summer off to the left side. A huge kill onto the Tiny. Mars is at least able to get the arena down. It will be stolen from Aaron, so it's going to be difficult for Radiant to enter inside the river, but Aaron just tosses Summer into the middle. So I was like, all right, thank you. That's exactly where I want to be.
And they're going to look for more as well. You know, once again, the Tiny just not able to layer in the damage that he truly needs. He still needs to rely on that Daedalus to be up for himself. And honestly, when you're defending on the high ground, maybe it's time you look to consider the Aghanim Scepter at this point, right? He's got some crit with that Chrysalis coming through. I wonder if that's the route that he wants to go down. Well, Lonfair wasn't able to get usage out of the Basher in that fight. At least now he's going the Nullify. He's identified that they're kiting them around way too much. It's going to get rid of, what, 1, 2 Force Staffs, a Flame Guard, the Overpower,
Old and sweet.
the
And even
the Ghost
potentially
Scepter.
Bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot. There's a lot that it's going to be able to provide. Of course, Nullify was buffed up as well with the costs being reduced. I cannot remember. It was a decent chunk, right?
Like 450.
Yeah, which is, I mean, we see what Radiance is doing right now with everyone buying it. Everyone and their goddamn mothers. Does not matter who you are.
Oh, we got the Hitch a Ride, though. And something that I love in the recent change, now it gives you, it's now a 30-second cooldown instead of 45. That's always good. But also, it just gives you the Stampede buff whenever you're using it for 8 seconds. So, quite useful. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I'm not really seeing a target. It's not like you've got a Shadow Fiend or a Drow or a Sniper or a Lina that you're able to just pop in there and you're able to stay attacking from range. Yes, Troll can do it, but Troll wants to be in melee range. He wants to be on top of you, getting those root procs, getting those bash procs.
Well, maybe we can see it in this fight as Killer. Look at the jumping on the Snapfire, great start, but look at just the discipline from Cactus. They see Snapfire gets jumped on, no way for them to protect him. They're just going to look to back on her. Let's chill out, not blow any more of our members.
Yeah, you'd hate to see that. But I wonder where they're going to go next with this. Because, I mean, for me, it's all just about getting more of the map for you to be able to play around with for this Troll. He's going into the Silver Edge now. I'm really not seeing it. Like, he hasn't
Tiny as
unqueued the
well.
Nullifier. Tiny, I don't hate as much because he's already got the Chrysalis picked up for himself. So if it's between a Daedalus and that, I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe they're just really wanting to try and 100 to 0 somebody, but is that really what you want? I don't know.
Radiant are scanning.
To me, it just seems like they feel like then this is maybe a different way to address the Ursa in their books. Whether it's gonna be enough for Poke, I mean, we'll have to find out with this double Silver's Edge coming up shortly. But I mean, for Summer, he's just got a big item with Refresh. He will have some mana issues. I think you've got a Greaves at least on the Snapfire to maybe offset some of that, but
Some of that.
Dire are scanning.
not funny.
You said it.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
You said it.
Diny? So KK's gonna get the jump. Killer with a great follow-up as well. Look the damage. Oh my lord, they just get blown
And remember,
up.
someone just bought out.
He's not down just yet, but look to turn it back around. TZY is gonna be able to land the combo that'll help Summer reposition off to the higher ground, and they're on full retreat. TZY though, can he escape? The damage continuing to be rained on down. Blink up in a couple of seconds though, and once again, Cactus, all they lose is one member. This time, it is a vital member in the Ember, and Roche is up as well. So Poke, finally, they're able to catch a break.
I mean, it's off the back of that Observer Ward, right? It revealed everything. They were able to move on forward. I believe, was that under the cover of the Shadow Blades that they were able to make that jump? I think it might have been, right? Especially on small KK. He just got a great stun that allowed them to combo together with the Mirana. And I mean, that's really what I was expecting this Tiny to do from, like, 12 minutes onwards. And well, it's taken them until 36, but what a time to do it right before that third Roshan.
I mean, that's huge. 3,000 net worth lead. I mean, off the back of this, they're probably going to be able to get the advantage with all the map they can farm, Ages on the Troll, Cheese on the Centaur. He's got Refresher Shot as well, and importantly, just a lot of the experience that gets split between the members on Poke. You just got the
be careful,
level 20
though.
talents. Actually, Killer bottom lane. It's going to be some of that can start, and there's just way too much follow-up as well with the chain control.
Doesn't have
They are
buyback.
considering about maybe making an attempt.
I
Trying
don't
to
know,
cover
not
the Shadow
solo
Blade,
long
trying to
there.
scout out Summer. They do have a sentry though, so they will see him. Ooh, Speed's going to be off the mark. Cookie on over the top with instant reaction out of Lonfair with a BKB. It's going to be no follow-up response as Cactus once again going to be forced to cut their losses.
Good quick connection coming through from the supports there to be able to back him up. Ooh. Even had the Arcane Rune still popped as well, so that that Battle Trance not going to have the longest cooldown. They're just looking to make even further play. Small KK. Oh, he's going to get baited by a Rune. Not quite, but again, they're invis.
Ooh. All right.
We got a game.
I mean, the status, we definitely have a game. Incredibly even. A probability slightly favoring Cactus, 52% at the moment, but would you agree with that? 38 minutes in with what we're starting to see out of Poke, who do you feel kind of has the momentum right now?
I don't think either team has the momentum, to be honest. I think it's a crappy couple of fights that Cactus have taken. It might have rocked their confidence a little bit, but to me, it's just like, all right, well, they want to get Ursa into that level 25, and they want to make sure that they get the jump for a change. I think that's really been the thing that set these past few fights apart for Poke. They've been able to be the ones to set up. As long as you get the BKB off on the Ursa, like early, without losing the rest of your team around you, I think you're generally okay with things.
It's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to find that initiation, though. They lost both the gems, and that's going to force the Undying to once again go into his own gem. So we got 3 gems out of the map. Ranfu's holding one, Aaron's got the other, and well, now with Yuumi picking that up, hopefully it's going to be able to help out a little bit with that vision advantage that they've been lacking through the past previous fights.
They're not wanting them to get into this next item, though, on Poke. They want to try and make a jump while they still can.
And they might get TZY. Look at his positioning. Very aggressive. Great reactions, though. They're just a little bit too slow with that hoof stomp, but his high ground. Gotta be cautious, though, with the multi-shots out from the tower in combination here with the arena. It's a lot of damage being rained down from the Snapfire. They're gonna have a way to address it. So Poke, how can you protect the troll off the back of the respawn? One fair, he's gonna stand strong. He's got the BKB to try and help disengage. A great use of the telekinesis as well as Summer is gonna jump over the top. They'll just turn their attention to the supports. The easier targets will be ripped apart as Cactus. What an incredible defense from them. That was really all set up just from that one reaction out of TZY. He was able to blink away when Poke jumped the high ground, and then we just saw Cactus all of a sudden, all their members showed up instantly.
He was able to do that, but I kind of feel like that's off the back of Troll just walking up into the high ground, right? Like, he had vision that this was coming, so he had time to be able to react to it. I think this is very different if you perhaps lead with the Centaur instead, right? And you're able to get that. It was a blind stun, but it's something that I think you had to go for. Maybe you look to set up some high ground ward on the top side of the tower beforehand. But yeah, well, we see that just walking up into it allows him to back off, and it's really this arena that sets everything up, right? It prevents the escape, it prevents the effectiveness of the Stampede. Even if he was able to get it off, Centaur doesn't have a BKB, so he would have been locked in place as well, and they're losing heroes back to back.
And it's not been the first time, has it, that we've seen TZY be able to land a incredible arena, and he's very close to Refresher, so his team fight involvement is soon to be even more enabled with this big item.
Yeah, even just with that high ground defense, right? On the respawn, he knows that the Troll Wallet is going to BKB. He's not going to take the chance. So he didn't throw the spear right on that respawn. He made sure to save it, and that allowed them to clean up the Mirana as well.
Oh, did they lose both gems on Dire? Surely not. There's no way they were holding 2.
I would hope not.
I see 1 on the Rubik's body.
Oh, yeah, if there's 2 on the ground. Yeah,
well,
there's 1 on Rubik,
there was
and there's
3 on the
one...
map.
Yeah, and what's it still has 1? Ember.
Oh, oh no, there was 2 there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, can't be doing that.
No. And that's been... Oh, they're leaving 1. So Kari's coming for it.
Mission impossible.
Get it?
Rubik, look at him go. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. He's laughing. He's like, all right, we'll take this network.
Take it. It's a small thing, but a big thing. Because again, you were mentioning the fights that have been successful for Poke. It's been off the back of their vision and them starting fights. So the fact that they're at least able to recover a gem is huge to help
Probably
that out.
The best place for them to start a fight as well, right? On their high ground, right in front of their tower. All of that true sight, of course, given from the tier 3 tower. And Butterfly Effect, he's almost level 25 as well. So he's going to have that refresher all picked up soon. He's going to have that double slide of fist charge as well. So, I mean, we keep talking him up, but you haven't seen nothing yet. He's almost ready to reach his next form. About to go Super Saiyan, my man.
You know, his counterpart as well, like Small Kickers, I'm surprised at how much he's been able to keep up in net worth. You know, even with the Ember Spirit He's got a Swift Blink. He now changes mine into a Assault Cuirass, so continuing to avoid the Scepter for the Tiny.
I don't hate it. The AC's fine, right? It's going to enable that Troll Warlord to actually get effectiveness out of the aggressive jumps. Strong Dispel.
They got a glimpse of them. This is huge. The vision that they're able to find. They're going to see the Tiny running up over the high ground. Look at the chaos that Butterfly Effect is just putting out onto the map. And now Summer, they close their distance. An incredible arena from TZY, but the damage follow-up, it's not there at the moment. Dire, they're able to activate their BKBs and stand strong for the moment. Small KKs in with a combo onto 2, just assassinates the supports without a hesitation. But off to the right side though, Butterfly Effect, he's looking for the cleanup, but he's out of mana. And now on fair, he's able to lock onto his target. Battle Trance Activator, plenty of attack speed to melt apart the Emperor Spirit without a hesitation. Butterfly Effect, he's back into this game. TZY is going to be able to land the combo. They need someone to provide the damage. Ursa's going to be able to jump into the middle, but can they catch up the Killer? Another round of the Stampede to get back towards the high ground, but Butterfly Effect once again will follow them up. All the buybacks are coming out. Poke, can they turn this around deep inside their base?
Oh, buybacks
or can
plenty.
Radiant look to reset as Summer, he's in trouble. Refreshes up in a couple seconds. If he can stay alive long enough, it might actually catch Dire off guard. There we go, Refresh activated. Another use of the Enrage as well, as Summer's okay for the moment. Dire, they need to get something out of this. They invested way too many buybacks. Looks like all they'll get is the Snapfire in the tree line. Small KK's hunting, but a little bit too late to catch TZY off the back of the TP out.
Sheesh, that's a lot going on
everyone?
there. Let's have a quick look.
Who didn't buy back?
Tiny didn't buy back, Ursa didn't buy back,
hell?
and Undying and Mars. So six buybacks. That's still a lot, though. I really want to see a replay, if we can, of that arena where Troll Warlord gets caught, because he landed the Hitcher Ride and then it just stopped. Like it went on cooldown. So I'm not sure exactly what happened. If the bounce from the arena stopped it, it's not exactly a combination that I'm used to seeing. So we'll see if we get a chance to have a look at it.
So where do you want the replay to start with a fight like that?
No, this is fine. This is what I want. So they land the arena, Killer makes the blink onto the top side, and he hits Hitcher Ride there, and it just stops. I don't know what happens. I'm not sure if, you know, the bounce back from the wall stops it. I'm not sure if there wasn't any kind of taunt or anything. That tends to stop Hitcher Rides from happening. So, or like fears and taunts stop Hitcher Ride and things of that nature from happening. But I didn't really see any of that. So maybe the Mars bounce acts in the same sort of way.
That's the only thing that I really saw that makes me think like that's how it works. So
maybe they're just like, shit, this is what we bought it for and it doesn't even work, you know? So we'll
already Stampede versus Arena is not the greatest, and you go for a 4,200 gold item, and Arena even counters out one a little bit as well in this game. I mean, it was 7,000 net worth lead off the back of those buybacks. I have no idea, but now it's 2K. So I don't know.
There were 3 on each, I think, so it's fine.
Yeah, but after the fight, they were up 7K. We'll see, though. You know, they're going to look to smoke again from Cactus.
Help swing things back and forth, you know. They're going to use L'Enfer as bait. Of course, he's got the level 25, so Battle Trance Strong Dispel.
He's going to show himself as well.
They're really looking to play around that Roche pit, but still 1.5 minutes away. They're playing around the ward, And it seems to be like they're looking to try and perhaps make a few more aggressive moves. Push out that top side of the map, make them have to defend even. On Poke would be good, but, well, Poke, they're going to do the same with the mid lane. They're like, we know you won't want to leave your little sanctuary up on this top side, so let's make it as hard as possible for you to come into here.
Wouldn't hate to see them cut this next top wave.
Wouldn't hate to see him finish buying the... I don't know. I kind of feel like you're banking on winning the next fight, right? And what's going to enable you to do that is a Swift Blink on the Ursa, because you've still got no way he doesn't have buyback. My bad. I was looking at the Korea death timer and thinking that was buyback for some reason. Because like, if you're banking on winning the next fight, you're going to have the Aegis, right, to be able to play off the back of. So, you know, good for him. Good for him on saving that. Don't listen to me.
Okay. Cactus once again going to look to try and smoke up. There's an Arcane Rune inside the river. You know the Ember Spirit wants that. Butterfly effect just a little bit too late, but the Chorus going to scout them out as Summon's able to blink away, but TZY, he blinks in. But the Mars
double.
lands an incredible spear onto two, now with the multiple kisses. Two heroes just blown away from the face of the earth. Now the Troll Warlord's in trouble as well as Summer stands toe-to-toe, 3 down. They're all diebacks.
Oh,
Small
as
KK
Roche
against the
respawns.
world, but what does he do, man? He's going to try and blow up the Mars, but TZY, instant pop of the BKB,
Bash.
small KK. Summer used the refresher to activate the Abyssal Blade, making sure it wasn't still on cooldown. That's a 5-man wipe, and that's our first game of the tour going towards the way of Cactus.
Woo. Comes down to a...
Radiant
would you say it was anticlimactic? I'd say a little bit, right? I was really waiting.